What is up, Reds? Welcome to the Nothing But Reds agenda. Steve, I got to get used to saying that, man. My name is Kyle. With me is Steven. Steven, how you doing, man?
I'm feeling good. This is the first installment of the Nothing But Reds agenda. How many folks we got in here already, Kyle?
Dude, I don't even know. Doesn't even matter. I can't see it yet. I don't think it's up yet. But,
Gotcha.
dude,
Yeah, we're
I am
super excited
pumped.
to spend some time with you guys. Thanks again to the Anfield agenda for allowing us to, use their platform to chat with Reds. We are, again, American Reds, and we'll get into some introductions here, but really super, super excited to start this series and this partnership.
Absolutely. I just want to thank Craig and Connor as well. Both lovely, lovely guys. Appreciate them letting us use this platform as well. And I am pumped. What is up to some of the people in the chat? We got Lionel Messi in here. I don't know how we got Lionel Messi in here, but we do. Michael
I
Dunn.
figured he'd be here.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to be here for this? Good. Rustin Cole saying good evening. I think that is so funny still. If you guys don't know what that is, you need to go watch Unai Emery's press conference. Good evening. It's hilarious. But welcome to everyone. My name is Kyle again. Steve, let's talk about how we became Liverpool fans first off, because obviously we're Americans, right? And people are probably like, what are these two Americans doing on Craig's YouTube
What
channel?
do they know about football?
I
They only know
know.
American football. Yeah, I guess I can start here. So I've been a Liverpool fan for about 6 years at this point, so probably a lot less time than a lot of people in this chat, I would imagine. And my college roommate was a major Liverpool fan, so I started kind of dabbling here and there. I always played FIFA. I played the sport as well. But he really got me into Liverpool back in the 2013, 2014 time frame. Sterling, Gerrard, the boys. I loved it. I really loved it. And they also are owned by Fenway Sports Group. I actually am from the area of Boston. Obviously, Fenway Sports Group owns the Boston Red Sox, so there was that connection there. And really just loved the club based on the morals and the model of the club, and devoted a lot of time to them at this point. So Kyle, I got you into it. Let's hear a little bit more about that.
Yeah, and there's the first one, David Delaney, 6 years. We're telling y'all, like, first off, I'm a little bit younger than Steve, not by a lot, but of course, football, European football Premier League has just gotten big over in the States recently, with the big TV partnerships with NBC Sports and all that. So people who have been following it have been very dedicated. But anyway, Steven got me into it. I remember we were playing FIFA as well. I've played FIFA for years, and since like 2012 or whatever, I got into it. But Steven, you told me about Liverpool. You showed me the club. I remember the first match I ever watched was at Anfield, and I honestly just fell in love with the club from there. To me, it's more so like it's a different culture surrounding the sport. The fans singing constantly throughout the game, whereas American sports, it's everyone's there to watch. They're chanting right, but they don't have songs about the players. There's not that romance with the club, and I think that's why I fell in love with the club. And Liverpool is just outstanding, man. I think I've been following. I think you cut yourself short there, Steve, though. I think you've been supporting since like 2013, 14. And
Yeah, it's actually probably been more like 2012, so like 8 years at this point.
yeah.
I don't know. I lose track of time. It doesn't matter. Reds are
right.
Reds.
Yeah. And we'll get crap for it as well. Like, people like we came around when the Reds were, kind of just floating in the middle of the table. You know what I mean? But what's great about this club, and people are saying it in the chat now, is that once you're a Red, you're part of the family. You'll never walk alone. And I just love the club, man. And I don't think it's ever going to stop.
Yeah, if someone was worried about how long we've been supporters, they're worried about the wrong thing. So
That's right. That's right. And guys, I see some people doing it now in the chat. Let us know how long you've been fans. We got 50 years. We got 30 years in here. Absolutely fantastic. I love hearing from the Reds fans who have been around for the 70s and 80s Cups. I mean, honestly, it's just incredible, the
50
support
years plus.
has. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I love that. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. We're super fired up for this.
And before we jump into the analysis of the match, guys, I just wanted to am I related to Firmino? I'm 100% related to Firmino. If you couldn't tell, I am Brazilian.
Same.
Yeah, so we're good there to answer that question. Before we get in, guys, if you haven't check out our channel, Nothing But Reds. We do a talk show stream similar to this as well, but we also have pre-recorded content as well, full player profiles, team news, things like that. I can't talk at all. The link is in the description. Go ahead and check out that channel and make sure you subscribe. So, Steve, let's jump into the analysis. But before we do, John Conway with the 5. I think that's a euro. I got to get used to euro, pound. I think it's a euro. Hi, Kyle and Steven. I'm a Liverpool fan for over 35 years. You never walk alone. I come from Ireland. I absolutely love it, John Conway. Thank you very much for...
Believe it or not, I am Irish. I am 60% Irish.
Oh, so that we do have that in common. All right, because
Yes.
I'm 50-50, Irish and Scottish. So
Yep, I'm Irish and English. My family is actually from Stockport, England. I'm sure some of you know where that is, if not all of you. Not far from Liverpool, actually. My ancestors.
I love it. And guys, I'm just kidding. I'm not related to Bobby. Don't put this pressure on me. I'm completely kidding. It's just a joke. So, Steve, let's jump into the match yesterday. Just in case anyone in the chat missed it, Liverpool put 7 goals past Crystal Palace, bro. 7. That's some Maribor, I don't even know how to say it, 2017, 2018 stuff. Watching the match, Steve, what were you thinking?
And were you mentioned like, so the first half, like, they were dangerous. They could have punished us a few times.
Right.
But they weren't clinical at all. Second half, I mean, would we have 8 shots on target and 7 goals?
Yes.
Like, that was the most clinical I think I've ever seen Liverpool since I've been watching them.
I agree.
Everything they hit went in. So super, and it's big for the goal differential as well.
Huge
3 points, huge boost in the goal differential department. It was just really, really fun to watch.
Liam Surrant fans in the late 70s. I love this. Awesome. Yesterday, though, the match, man, 7-0. I wasn't expecting that. We did a pre-match, preview on like a tactical analysis for Crystal Palace. They're not a hold-up play counterattacking team like Tottenham were. And basically what we're talking about is they can get on the break. So to your point, Stephen, they broke quickly and they created chances in the first half, but they weren't clinical or we defended well. For example, Ayew turned Fabinho, had an opportunity to give it to Zaha in the box to make it 1-1 and perhaps change the course of the game, and he just makes a bad pass to Zaha. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like anything could have happened. No, you're good. I'm finished. Go ahead.
They weren't clinical at all, but they looked very dangerous. And you're right. It happened so fast. Their counter was and I don't remember them being like that, to be honest. No. The last few times we've seen them play, I don't remember them being like that. Zaha, I don't know what's up with him. He seems off. Ayew was sloppy in the final third there.
Right.
But yeah, they were definitely dangerous for good parts of that first half.
And to be fair, Zaha last year had a rough year. I don't know why he did, but he did. And this year, Roy Hodgson was like, I need goals from you. And he has produced. I'm pretty sure he has 7 goals so far in the Premier League. It's not a top goal scorer. But for
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he does. He does. And I mean, I could be off, but I am like 99% sure it's 7 goals. Liz Golden with the super chat. Liz Golden is a legend on our channel. Liz Golden, $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Liz. We appreciate that. Anyways, Thanks, let's look at why there's so many ads. I don't like the ads on the website. What we found funny about this match, report, Crystal Palace, no significant strengths.
That is just an absolute riot.
It's like, I'll be honest. I'll be critical of their defense, but they look dangerous at times. I thought they got the ball out quickly, and in 1 or 2 passes, they were on the break, and they caught us out 2 times, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think that qualifies as a significant strength. And one thing that you guys will notice as you watch Kyle and I, in the weeks, months, maybe years to come, is Kyle is sort of the optimistic one. I am more of the tell it like it is, cut and dry. Probably more so similar to Craig.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, no significant strengths, but that is actually hilarious.
Kev Wright, what is up? And Liverpool stole the ball often from the opposition. This is just so funny reading this because it's like they put it so diplomatically. Stole the ball often from the opposition. Were effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities through individual skill. Yeah, Robertson's cross. Firmino's little chip goal, Mane's turn, one touch and finish, Minamino deciding to take a touch in the box instead of hitting it first time to get his first Premier League goal. These are all like individual things that we need to point out because we need to appreciate how good of a performance that is and how rare. I mean, this performance is in history, Steve.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the largest margin of victory in Premier League history for us in an away game, I think.
Yeah, in an away game, I believe.
Yeah, we looked at that last night.
Shout out to Connor. I think Connor was the one who shared that stat with me at least. But additionally, we're effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities from counterattacks. Absolutely, that counterattack goal with Robertson. By the way, Robertson's assist to Firmino was the one who had the outlet pass to Robertson. So Firmino made the pass and then went on a run. I mean, Firmino's back, baby.
He's back, and I couldn't be happier. I'm like a kid on Christmas. I'm so much happier in all aspects of my life when Firmino is doing well. He's our favorite player. For those of you that don't know us, he's our favorite player by far.
If you couldn't tell by my last name.
It's been a rough couple of months of depression and despair, waiting for him to bounce back, wondering if it was the end of the road for him.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of Bobby Firmino's performance yesterday. Obviously, it was a great performance, but he's been getting a lot of criticism recently, mainly because he hasn't been producing. But this season, he has 3 assists now and I think 4 goals. So, not the best, but for Bobby's numbers, those are good.
Those are probably right on par with where he typically is. I feel like he typically finishes around 10 to 12 goals for a Premier League season.
Yeah.
And that's very much so within the realm of possibilities. He's in great form right now. He scored consecutive games. The last, I would say, 4 or 5 games, he's looked more so like himself. Less sloppy on the ball, better touches. And yesterday was just vintage Bobby. 17-18 Bobby.
17.
Orange jersey Bobby. Lime green jersey Bobby. Oh, man.
Woo! Steve, you got to be careful, man. You're getting me excited over here. Dude, and I agree with everyone saying Bobby never left. Yes, form is temporary, but you got to understand, like, Bobby has never been in bad form. I've never seen him in bad form until, like, the start of this season. I can't remember him having, like, multiple games where he's giving the ball away, making bad passes, right? But I'm not here to slander Bobby. I'm just saying Bobby's back. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he never left. But
he never left.
If those thoughts didn't go through your mind, props to you. But I'm going to be fully honest. I was nervous that we were seeing a decline in his career, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay.
Absolutely. Let's jump into some more of the stats. Okay, so we'll talk about the styles as well. Crystal Palace, we know, and this is perfect. Attack down the left side. They do favor that left side. You saw them switching play to the left side to try to get Zaha involved. It clearly didn't work. And I'll just show you the scoreline again, just in case you forgot it didn't work. 7-0. All right. Let's go back down here, and we'll look at some of the attacking zones as well. Okay. Just so everyone knows, we had 8 shots on target. Okay. 7 of them went in, and 14 shots total, and they had 5 shots. But if we look at the attacking prowess, we are so even on the outsides, right? Trent was pushing forward, okay? We had Minamino starting to push forward as well. And Robertson, of course, going down that left side. He's just dangerous. Everyone is dangerous when we're on the outside, okay? And I was afraid, and I talked about this in my match preview opposition breakdown over on Nothing But Reds channel. I was worried we weren't going to be able to break them down because of their style of play. But clearly, Steve, we figured them out.
Yeah, no problem with that.
No problem
there. No significant strengths for Crystal Palace.
Yeah. And some of this other stuff, if we look at the player positions as well, okay, Liverpool, Crystal Palace, this one is weird for me. Their players here, most of them hanging out in the middle field, us as well. But you see, there's no real organization here with this, right? You see Zaha was forward, so obviously they were trying to play the 9 men behind the ball. But it's just interesting to me that a team like them in a 4-4-2 block wouldn't try to sit super deep when, especially after the fact, giving up 3 goals in the first half, which you mentioned, we should have had more.
Yeah, and I think, they felt dangerous, and they're not scared. They're
right.
not a timid side that's just trying to escape with the draw. And I'll give them credit for that. And they definitely felt dangerous in that first half. I mean, once you get down 3-0 and then once the fourth goes in, you're like, all right, this is it. We have no chance now. And I think they kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit. But
yeah, no,
I
they
give
did.
them credit for not just sitting back and parking it.
Right. And, that's their style. And I talked about this before as well. They like to play on a counter-attacking style, but without hold-up play. So, namely, what I mean by that, Tottenham, Harry Kane's their hold-up striker. They're looking to break, but it didn't happen. Where Liverpool thrived yesterday was their creative team play, right? Normally, we do struggle to break teams down. Look at West Ham. West Ham was sitting deep when we played them at Anfield. It took us until the second half to break them down. But Crystal Palace away, right? People have been saying our away form has been trash. And I'm going to disagree because this game just shows that we can play anywhere, dude. This team, it doesn't matter who's out. It doesn't matter if Van Dijk and Gomez is out. Matip was at the back. Fabinho was at the back. Minamino started instead of Salah. And Minamino scores in the second minute. Like, yesterday's game, bro, I can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, my worst nightmare came true yesterday. I always I missed the first 3 minutes of the match.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever that happens, I have major anxiety that I'm going to miss an early goal. So I turned the match on a few minutes late and saw that it was 1-0, and it hurt. I didn't know who scored. And then when I found out it was Minamino, I was like, damn, I really wish I saw that live.
Wait, and you were probably worried, are we going to score again?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. I'm going to go to some of the match stats on the Premier League page here, and we'll break down those as well. And they're what you would expect, guys. They really were. And the 7-0, we were just clinical. And Steven mentioned it before. They were not clinical. They just weren't. They had opportunities, and they didn't take them. And another thing I want to bring up, players that were subbed on did incredible. They instantly jumped in the action. Ox, after being out for months, gets an assist to Salah. I mean, Ox is back on the scorecard. Minamino gets his first Premier League goal in the 3rd minute of play. All right. Henderson got on the score sheet with an assist from Trent. Everyone got involved yesterday, and it's the perfect way to go in to this hectic time period in the season where we have games every other day. It's just the perfect way to go into it.
I agree. I correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Mane hasn't been on the score sheet in the league in a little while.
He was going through a drought of a couple games, but he has scored this year.
It was nice to see him back on the score sheet. I enjoyed that. And then, God, what a touch. What a turn.
Seriously, what a touch.
And then just a laser. He's one of a kind.
He is. And I think, man, it's he's so explosive. He's so agile, whereas Salah is so direct. Salah's not going to hit you. And I literally say this all the time. Salah's going to run right at you. He may hit you with a step over or two, but he's not going to do spins and everything. He's going to cut on his left foot, and he's just going to rip one.
Statistically now he's the best attacker in the Premier League in terms of goals and assists per match, 0.97. I know you guys have all probably seen that online. That data came out yesterday. He passed Henry.
Yep. And there was also a stat that came out the other day. He's ahead of him now, but John Barnes, he's fifth tied. He was tied with 15th all time in Liverpool's attacker play for goals per appearances. I think Barnes had 108 in 472 appearances. Salah got it in 172 or something like that. And it's remarkable. People need to realize how good this guy is.
I appreciate him so much for that direct nature. There's something to be said for the creativity, the Manes of the world, the Bobbies, the flicks, all that. I love a nice direct run, getting, just attacking someone straight up and just ripping shots. I love that. That's my favorite. Mo, to me, is more important than Mane.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's probably split half and half, but Mo just scores so many goals for us. And with the dip in form, with the injuries, we've talked about this on our channel, Kyle. Mo is just always there, just trying to score goals constantly. He's just always there.
He's always there. And Some rival fans will say he scores a lot of penalties. That's fine. In open play, he scores as well. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
this
how many
team,
penalties does he have this season?
I don't even know off the top of my head. All I know is that I don't know. All I know is that people need to start realizing that we have something special here. And the fact that people were saying we need to get some cover for the front three. This was like this past transfer window, or maybe before that. Minamino and Jota now are not only covering for the front three, they're pushing the front three to keep their form. And that is creating a better environment for everyone to improve. And that's the whole mindset of Klopp, I think. You know what I mean?
Makes perfect sense. Couldn't agree more with that.
Couldn't agree more with that. Let's go and say what's up to some people in the chat since this is our first time here. All right. We got some channel members in the chat. We got Kent, Bernadette, Farrell. I'm sorry if I mispronounce anyone's name, but I'm just going to say what's up to some people. Yep. Kent saying what's up. Shajat Khan, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. My team since 1978. Clemens, Trent, Virgil, Hansen, Nichols, Sonis, Gerard, Barnes, Salah, Suarez, Rush. That's a pretty good team, honestly. Where's our boy Sepp Vandenberg in that, though, Steve?
Sepp? I don't think they got it. I don't think they
don't get that yet.
We'll get into that in the coming weeks, guys. The Sepp Vandenberg situation.
There is going to be a lot of inside jokes on this show, as I'm sure there is with Craig. So, guys, you just got to be here to get them. They're going to be good, though. They're going to be good.
Got an update that Salah had 5 penalties this year.
Salah had 5 penalties.
Has scored 5, which is actually surprising to me. I didn't think it was that high.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he does score a lot of penalties, but it doesn't change the fact that yesterday he had a nice flicked header, which was just pure reactions from him, pure reflexes, and then a curler from God. Like,
it's so funny that he can come on for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and make a case for man of the match.
Yeah.
And put up those numbers.
And not only that, I do want to ask the people about this. Mane was upset coming off, right? What do you, Steve, what do you think about that? Not him being upset, but him coming off. Would you have put Salah on for Mane, or would you? Yeah, you were saying who would you put on?
Origi. Anyone that can walk at that point. Doesn't even matter. Put Nat Phillips in that right wing. I don't care. Anyone. But why risk Salah? It's all fine and dandy now and hunky dory, and because he scored 2 goals and I think he had an assist as well, right?
Did Salah have an assist?
I think so.
Let me see.
Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He didn't get hurt, so we're fine with it.
Wow, you're right. He did.
Yeah, him and Bobby both had 2 and 1.
That is nice. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have brought him on, but hindsight's 2020.
That's right. That's right. And Klopp was getting slack as well for bringing on Jota in the Champions League match that didn't matter. You can't blame, like, Klopp can't control the injuries, guys, right? He's trying to win the game. Like, and yesterday, obviously, he probably knew that we would have won, but he probably already had the rotations in his head thinking, okay, I'm going to sub these guys on. Like, Curtis Jones was already going to come on, right? Ox was already going to come on to get some minutes, and then Salah was going to come on. Why sit out Salah? Like, clearly, they're your 2 most explosive wingers, arguably your most important players, Mane and Salah. They have to play every single game. Yeah. We got people checking in from Sydney, Australia at 3 a.m. EP, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. Really
appreciate you guys hopping on 3 a.m.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm sleeping at 3 a.m.
Well, you never know. Could be a long night of partying. I don't know. I wonder if the squad went out and partied last night since they have that break up until, like, what is it, the 27th we play? Something like that. Yes, they moved it.
Yeah.
They moved it.
Yeah. Shane is saying, don't sub Mane for Salah. Don't know what Klopp was thinking, but it's for the best interest for his players. Yeah. And given the injury crisis that we're sort of coming out of, right? You could make that argument. I don't know. You got to play them both, right? It's like their roles in the squad are both crucial, right? I'm going to bring up some FIFA references for people. They're both crucial, right? So you have to rotate them. You can't bring in Origi and not play Salah in a Premier League match that matters. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think it would have made more sense to start them both, and then if you go up 3-0, 4-0, then you adjust from there. Right. I was surprised that Mo wasn't in the side, but who knows? You don't know what's going on behind the scenes in the actual dressing room. Maybe he
We
was
don't.
sore. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. But overall, 7-0, guys. This was great result for us, not only because it puts us top of the table or cements our place at top of the table. The goal difference was the big thing. Okay. We were 3 goals behind Tottenham. Tottenham had a 13 goal difference. We had 10. Now we're obviously up to 17. That's just crazy. 7 goals. I can't get that out of my mind. And Tottenham right now, I believe, are losing 2-0. It is 2-0 right now. I just had to check the score. So now
I want to draw there.
I do want to draw. Draw is the best result.
Yeah. Not that I'm worried about Leicester in the long term. So actually, it doesn't matter if Leicester win because they won't be there in the end. That's fact.
Yeah.
But anyways, who's your man of the match from yesterday? Because it could go to a few people.
That's what I'm saying. This is a tough one for me because everyone had a great game, but I am clearly giving it to Bobby.
Guys, let us know who your man of the match was yesterday. I would imagine we're going to see a lot of Bobby. We'll see some Mo. I'm sure there's going to be some Hendos in there.
Hendo had a good game too, man.
He did.
That's the thing. Let us know in the chat.
I'm going Bobby.
You got to go Bobby, bro.
He was so solid yesterday, and his goals were just beautiful. Vintage
Bobby, clinical, right? I don't think he gave the ball up yesterday or anything like that. I mean, it was just fantastic performance from Bobby. Let's see who we got. Bobby. I love it. I love the people in this chat already, Steve. Bobby.
Yeah, we're going to get on with them.
I got to hit up Bobby MacMates here real quick. I know you're probably like, who are these Americans, bro? Yeah. So
what did he say?
He was like, what is this? We're the new show, Nothing But Red's Agenda. It's going to be on Sunday. Normally Craig doesn't stream on Sundays, so he's just giving us a platform. We're very grateful for it, and we're here just chatting Reds with y'all, man.
Yeah.
American Reds are Reds too, and we're just excited to get the opportunity to chat with everyone.
There's no set criteria for these shows either. Obviously, this is sort of a match analysis, match reaction with a little bit of banter. We love feedback from you guys. Any questions that you have in the chat, feel free to drop those in. And show won't be super long, anywhere from 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 25 minutes. We'll kind of just play it by ear. This isn't a strict agenda. This is the Nothing But Reds agenda.
This is the Nothing But Reds agenda. That's right. Joanne Fisher, C Senor. I love it. I think that's a custom emoji. I'm not positive. But Michael Dunn likes us, man. Hey, we appreciate that. Michael Dunn's gassing us up. Bobby,
Thanks,
everyone's giving it to Bobby. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Minamino. Okay. I know everyone else was great. Minamino was great. Bobby was great. Salah came on. I don't know how Salah managed to do what he did in the time he came on. It's just amazing. And honestly, Minamino, for him to get that goal, that is a huge weight lifted off his shoulders, Steve.
100%. 100%. Wait. Did it happen 1 year after we signed it? No.
No, he signed in January.
I saw something recently, December 19th, 2019. Something happened with Minamino. And then.
That would be crazy, though, because it's close. That would be crazy if he scored his first goal.
It may have been he played against us December 19th, 2019. Does that make sense? Does that sound right?
I know what you're getting at, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
Let's go. John Conway as well. Appreciate the super chat. Guys that just subbed to your channel. We absolutely love it. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate all the super chats and everything. Yeah, Minamino sometimes is running like a headless chicken, but he will come through. Hey, to be fair, it's kind of accurate, like that statement that he kind of runs that way, but it's just pure energy, man. He presses. Like
he does. There's no method to it either. He's just going nuts.
And I love it. I love it, dude. I absolutely
Bobby has a strategy there.
Here you go, Steve. Connor dropping the knowledge.
I knew there was something.
Steven knows it, man.
So he signed on December 19th. So what did he sign to come in January?
Right.
That must have been what it was.
Yeah, pre-contract, I guess.
Yeah, post-dated, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. That's a fun fact.
That is a very interesting and fun fact as well. Yeah. 1 year later, do you guys have a supporters club local? Steve, why don't you talk real quick about your local supporters club up in Boston?
Okay, what's the question? You want to pin that for me?
Someone's just asking if we have local supporters clubs, and we
Yeah.
do. They're all over the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the one. So I go to the Boston Supporters Club. With the virus and the pandemic, it is obviously not the same this year, but it's pretty awesome. There are so many people that come out and support. It's growing rapidly here in the States. You know, European football in general.
Yeah.
I would say that the Boston location is pretty special, considering the Fenway Sports Group and the connection that they have to Boston. They constantly have, you know, former Reds, John Barnes, Jamie Carragher, always over here visiting. The Reds come to Boston. They came in 2014. They came again last year or 2018. So yes, to answer your question, yes, we do. Kyle, I think there's one not too far from you, but definitely not like worth it in terms of the like going there too far.
There's a lot of Premier League bars, I guess you could say, around here. But no, there's not like any official supporters clubs near me, right? And so until that comes up, I'll probably just chill, watch the matches in my house anyway, just because of the pandemic and everything. But we have been to the new Carragher's in New York City, Steve, when we went there. And
Yep, I've been there a handful of times.
I love that. I love the atmosphere in those bars. That's really the only one I've been to where, but that was like a good first time to go to that bar because it was legit.
For those of you that don't know, Jamie Carragher has a bar smack dab in the middle of New York City, Midtown Manhattan, and it is unreal. It is huge. It is huge. Check that out. If you're ever in the city, go there for a game. So many TVs, so much merch you can buy. I love that place.
Absolutely love it. Yeah. And we had some questions about Curtis Jones. So let's talk a little bit about Curtis Jones, and then we'll wrap up the first Nothing But Reds agenda, man. This has been fun so far. And so here's what I'm thinking about Curtis Jones, right? He's amazing. Like, seriously, like, and Steve, you were talking crap about him. I'm just going to say it. You said you don't want to see young guys starting for your club earlier in the season. But to be fair, Curtis Jones hadn't proved anything at that point. Curtis Jones has been incredibly consistent ever since his debut against Ajax, like his Champions League debut against Ajax, where he got subbed off in the first half. Ever since then, he's been playing like a man possessed. Like, he is a good midfielder, and he is going to be something special, I think.
100%. And I didn't say I didn't want to see him starting. I said I didn't want to see the young guys taking penalties for my team with a trophy on the line. Mind you, it was the Community Shield. We're not getting into that. I was wrong about Curtis Jones. I feel as comfortable with Curtis Jones on the field as I do with like Henderson and Wijnaldum. That's how solid he is.
He's getting there
when
for me.
He's in there, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I 100% know what you mean.
He's just so solid. He's so solid. And I hope he's here forever. I cannot wait to see what he turns into. At 19 years old, with his technical ability, it's really kind of like unheard of to be this mature and for it to happen this fast. It was like he made his first appearance and then like all of a sudden he's like an every game player.
I know, and that is exactly what happened with Trent. And it's like he played when Klein was injured, and then Klopp's like, wow, this kid, not only is he a scouser, but this kid comes in and he does a job at his age. Like 19 years old, Steve, could you imagine back when you're 19 years old, going on and playing for a Premier League club and performing with the composure this kid plays with?
Absolutely. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, I couldn't.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and oh yeah, Jack's Page, Salah. Steve, you were talking about this the other day. Salah has a huge mural in the middle of New York City.
Yeah, he does.
And it's just, that is great.
And one more thing I wanted to add in here before we wrap up is someone had asked, is the Premier League bigger than the MLS in the United States? And I would say yes.
100. I would definitely say that. Yeah.
I would say yes.
I'm going to be honest with you guys.
I watch everything.
Yeah. I'm really big into NBA, Premier League, NFL. Those are like the three sports that I watch. I keep up with other stuff as well. But, dude, I don't watch any MLS. I'm going to be honest with you. None. Like, and I watch, it's just all Premier League.
Actually, none. Maybe one game a year for 10 minutes.
Seriously.
When Zlatan was here, that's pretty much it.
It's like, it doesn't even compare. Like it's not the same, guys. The Premier League is the best league in the world, and it's so entertaining to watch.
Yep.
Yeah. But Steve, man, I had a great time on this opening inaugural segment of Nothing But Reds Agenda. Everyone in the chat, thank you guys for joining us. Steve, do you have any closing thoughts, my man?
I don't think so. I think this is the beginning of a nice partnership. I really enjoyed this. Excited to, interact with you folks every weekend or every week. Let's just say things can obviously change. We really appreciate you guys joining us and supporting us, and looking forward to the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. 100% agree. And just thank you again, everyone, all the super chats as well, all the support. We appreciate you guys not roasting us, because it's very easy to roast. Like, who are these guys? But yeah. And don't forget, guys, go ahead, check out our channel. There's a link in the description, Nothing But Reds. And we're looking forward to working with Craig and Connor, both great guys. So happy to be here. Until next time, Reds.